In the least surprising news of all time, Donald Trump is being accused of sexual harassment. Of course! Who didn't see this coming? All right, former staffer from Donald Trump's 2016 campaign for president alleges that campaign pays women staffers less than men as a matter of course, that sexism is rampant among the former reality TV star's campaign staff. Again, least surprising news we've heard. It's Dorothy O'Brien. She's 26. Now, understand this, though. She was the field organizer for Donald Trump in Iowa. So it's a pretty important position. She bothered to go and work for Donald Trump. She's a Donald Trump supporter initially. It's not like it's the liberal media that made this up. She's the one who is bringing forward these charges. And in fact, she's going to take them up with the Iowa Civil Rights Commission. And she was excited about Trump in the first place, but apparently it went south quickly based on what she experienced at the campaign. Now, first the part of it is about salaries. She says, Davidson explained in an interview that she made $2,000 per month as a part-time worker for the campaign. Men with similar positions and levels of authority were paid $3,500 to $4,000 per month, she said. Now, we don't know if that's true or not true. They'll have to determine that in the Civil Rights Commission in Iowa. But, you know, she'll have to prove that they were at the same position. And so that'll be interesting to find out. But if you're working for Donald Trump and he says he is not for equal pay for women, and that is the Republican position and the position of Donald Trump, the Democratic candidates say we would like for there to be parity. The Republicans say, no, it's a trick to try to sue corporations, and we don't want to make that easier. We want to make it harder. Are you surprised if you get paid less and if you complain about it that they fire you? Are you surprised by that? Well, you shouldn't have been surprised. That's basically his position. So now, that is not the only issue. Apparently, Donald Trump met Davidson and another young woman who was working at the campaign. And according to her, he looked at them and said, quote, you guys could do a lot of damage. Now, she took that to be a reference to her looks. And, you know, here's a picture they have together. That picture looks photoshopped. Anyway, but that is her. And apparently that got Donald Trump going. But then it's pretty easy to get Donald Trump going because he has said on 3 different occasions that he'd like to date his daughter if she wasn't his daughter. So creepy all around. Now, when asked about it, and you'd think if he didn't do it, he'd be like, that's outrageous. Of course I didn't say that, right? And I would never say that kind of thing because that's a terrible thing to say. Not Donald Trump. He says, quote, that is not the worst thing that could be said, but I never said it. It's not in my vocabulary. Okay, let me decipher for that for you. He said it. Okay. Now, again, they'll have to determine that in the appropriate forum, but it doesn't seem like he's overly bothered by it, that's for sure. Okay. Now, he was worried about the damage that they could do in ways I don't want to find out about. But funny enough, when the New York Times reports this on Sunday, then he's worried about a different kind of damage, and he says, a story like this could damage my chances. Now, that he cares a lot about. Whether you're getting equal pay as a woman working for Donald Trump, who cares? Whether I sexually harassed you, it's not a thing that's a big deal to him, right? You could damage my chances in an election, that's a big deal. So now, of course, they're threatening her to no end. You know, they say she violated a confidentiality clause. She says, no, that's not appropriate for this topic matter, that within all other topic matters, she did not violate it. Now, of course, he's going after her in a big way. He says about her, quote, my people tell me she did a terrible job. Oh, thank you for being specific. Typical Donald Trump, right? Hey, there's this woman claiming the sexual harassment and the unequal pay and all this stuff, and so you guys fired her. Why did you fire her? A terrible job. Terrible. Okay. And finally, Elizabeth Mae Davidson, who is, again, the former Trump staffer here, says, quote, some of the bad things about him I dismissed when she first came on to work for him because I was working for the candidate. Now I'm more critical, especially how he treats women. Well, okay, there I don't have a lot of sympathy. I have sympathy for what happened to you if it's true. But you came and joined a campaign that has never said they were for women's rights or equal pay, and it never bothered you until it affected you. See, that is a classic Republican move. If it's not my problem, that's your problem, man. Your kids can't get an education. I don't give a damn. You can't live on your Social Security check. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. Oh, you got beat up by cops or your son got shot by cops. I don't care. That's not me. It happened to me? Outrage. Right, right. Perhaps if you had a little bit of empathy, none of this would have happened in the first place. And of course, Donald Trump, in the end, continues to smear her right up until the moment that we broadcast this. Right before the show, a quote came out. He says, I've heard some very strange reports about her. And now they're charging that she likes to dress like Donald Trump's wife. And again, you didn't mind when Donald Trump smeared everyone else and made up all sorts of lies about them. But when he does it about you, oof, as a Republican, now all of a sudden I care. So if what she says is true, I have sympathy for what she went through. Otherwise, you should have cared when it happened to others as well.